Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a Doctor Who action figure review. It's been a hell of a long time since I've done specifically a Doctor Who action figure review. Not as long in terms of just doing a action figure review. I think the last action figure review I did was K2SO from the Star Wars series of figures. But yeah. So if I'm a bit rusty in terms of reviewing said 12th Doctor, that will be my excuse. This is the 12th Doctor from Under the Lake, to my knowledge, and that there's this version of Capaldi, and then there's also the girl who died, I think, version. I only have this version, but to be fair, I'm kind of chuffed with myself that I even nabbed / caught this one, because to be honest, I just assumed with the fact that the closest shop to me to get character options action figures is in Leeds. I just assumed I wouldn't be getting said action figure anytime soon. Oh, I could buy them online, but sometimes, you know, P&P and you know, trying to find the right place to buy them online, and if you're buying them from Forbidden Planet online at least, then they sometimes take ages to deliver stuff to you. Well, at least that's what I've always found. My major gripe with this figure, before I fully get into the review, or major two gripes with the figure, is primarily, as I said before in my new news, if you watched that, was that I didn't know until I'd sort of earlier today actually. I only found out earlier today that this action figure, this 12th Doctor one's actually from Under the Lake, because on the box they don't tell you which episode it's from, which I think is a really big stupid mistake. And also, my other major complaint, and a lot of other people who have bought this figure, is the height of this guy. I mean, this is a 5-inch figure, and he is about up to his shoulders, so he is still a hell of a lot taller than, say, Chris Eccleston's 9th Doctor, which is just mental to me. You know, so when you display him on a shelf, and if you display him on a shelf with your 5-inch figures, he kind of towers over them, which is a bit annoying, to say the least. So, yeah, because apparently, Batman March, when he did a review of this figure, it might be in this one, it might be in the other one, but because there are only slight differences, primarily the pants / trousers and some of the stuff underneath the long dark blue coat. But I think what he was saying was that this figure in particular, is more actually closer to 6 inches than a 5-inch figure. So, which makes no sense, because they're not even saying that it's 5 inches or 6 inches, they're saying it's like 5.5 inches, so, which is pretty dumb, because they can't be accurate with it. Accessory-wise, he just comes with the new Sonic, which I'll give you a look at now. Just really nice new Sonic design. Really nice, really intricate, with all the bits and pieces here, there and everywhere. Like, you know, you've got the golden bit, you've got silver bits and blue, and even some more gold, and then some more silver. Yeah, really, really detailed figure. I mean, not figure, but accessory there. Detail wise, he's really good. He's got, you know, all the detail on his coat, like his hoodie, green hoodie that he's got. And then his boots are glossy black with grey soles or bottom bits. And yeah, really nice glossy black shoes. And you've got a shirt with the sort of white dots. You've even got the red button on one of the sides and the gold ring. The camera would focus. Gold ring on his hand. That one's obviously sculpted to pick up the Sonic, and then that one's in his sort of more posing, sort of like, look over there, a Dalek, type thing. I think from the sides it looks decent, it looks like Capaldi, but when you look straight on at it, it just doesn't look right for one reason or another. I'm really not a fan of the head sculpt. There's just something about it that just doesn't look Capaldi-esque. From the sides, yeah, maybe it looks a hell of a lot like him, but then for some reason when you turn him and have him on a front view, it just doesn't look like Capaldi anymore. No idea what it is. And then also on my figure, this might just be mine in particular, but there is a bit of his hair that's like stuck out. Like it actually feels like a lump of plastic stuck out of the hair mold. Like that bit there. Like there. Which makes no sense to me. Don't know if that's just my one or if that's a production error and it's on a bunch of people's, or if it's just my one or what. Hair sculpt wise, besides the thing I've just complained about, I think it looks really nice. It's got like this sort of grey, like I think they've painted it grey, and done the mould, like the mould of the sort of indentations of the hair, painted all that sort of black, then sort of washed it over with a grey paint, which makes it look really nice and really good. As I say, I'm not a big fan of the head sculpt. Don't know why, it just aren't. It just doesn't look as good as it could be. I think it doesn't help that they have literally no wrinkles and that on his face, which makes no sense considering if we get the War Doctor here, you know, compare his face, you've got way more sort of detail and that in his face. Just looks more subtle and yet more effective, and yet here you've just got that one sort of clean cut almost, and there you've got this sort of more rugged, more anciently detailed face, which yeah helps make the figure look more authentic and look more like who it's supposed to, especially if you're basing it off an older actor, which in both John Hurt and Capaldi's case you are. Articulation wise, it's standard, you know, articulation, you know, at the knees, arms do full 360 and all that. Head goes side to side, but I don't think there's really a full 360 because of the waist, not because of the waist, because of the hoodie mould. Ball joint out to the sides, you know, the elbows, or there even. Full 360, hands as well, and all that. Feet do full 360, if you really must know. So yeah, standard articulation. All round, a decent figure. I think if you're a really big fan of Capaldi, then it's a must-have, of course. But if you're not a big fan of Capaldi, then this might be a miss. It just depends on how big a fan of Capaldi you are. I think at $14.99, it's too much to ask for. I think it should have been priced $10.99. I think that would have been a better price, but for $14.99, it's not worth it. I'd give this figure a 8 out of 10, mainly because I do still like the figure. I do like the fact that we're still getting some sort of new iterations of Capaldi from Series 9 and that. I would just love and adore a 12th Doctor in his red velvet coat, to be honest. So that's a variant of his costume that I adore. I like the fact that we've finally got a new 12th Doctor Sonic design in the 5-inch line. I don't like the fact that he's so taller than all of the other figures, and I'm not too keen on his head sculpt, which is really annoying me, because it just doesn't look like Capaldi really to me, or it doesn't look as good as it could do. I think it is a basic outline of what he looks like. Again, I think he looks better at the sides, because they seem to have done something with his like cheeks and just done a bit more detailing on the cheeks and on the side, but when you turn him that way around, that effect seems to have just sort of dissipated and or almost evaporated from the figure, rendering it less like him for some weird reason. But that's just me. Yeah, I'd give this 12th Doctor from Under the Lake a 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.